Hi, welcome in everybody. This is Northern Life. Thank you for ending your week with us on this Friday here with Ryan and Hunter. I'm Briggs, and not only are we ending the week, but we're ending the month of May already.
Yeah.
Man, that's
closing it out. By. Closing the door.
It always flies by. Why does it keep flying by? When it's time to slow down? Does it just keep going faster as you get older?
As you get older, I think it just has to go faster. That's been my experience,
and I'm the
oldest of both of you.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
I can speak from wisdom.
You're the senior of this group.
Yeah, please respect your elders, meaning me.
Getting close to those AARP benefits.
Yes, very shortly. We'll be there. Well, today, speaking of the end of May, as we celebrate the first day of June this weekend, we're going to share our top 5 things we're most looking forward to this month.
And we're going to be hearing from a linguistics professor in Michigan who says the younger generation out there is changing a few notable sounds to our upper Midwest accent. So another reason to love Hunter's Gen Z crowd.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's get into today's talkers. A man from Davenport, Iowa has been on a mission, you two. His mission: to see every single Pizza Ranch location in 14 states. So this guy named Jason, his goal is to visit all 220 spots of the pizza chain in the central and Midwest parts of the country. So far, he's made it to 166 of them, and he says each one is unique.
I just love the environment of Pizza Ranch, and because no matter where you go, every location, despite being similar in some facets, is unique in every way, no matter where you go. Every location is unique.
His Memorial Day weekend goal was to visit about a dozen locations in the southern third of Minnesota, and after visiting every existing location when he does so, he says he plans to also visit anyone that opens in the future.
That includes here in Duluth, brand new Pizza Ranch within the past couple of years, I believe.
He's coming here
in
July.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure he actually reached out to us to let us know, and so we're going to have to catch up with Jason.
Whoa.
I know, maybe we should meet up with him and have a little lunch or something.
That'd be a great Northern Life segment.
Wouldn't it? Yeah, and I believe there used to be one in Hibbing. I think there's still one in Hibbing. So I imagine he'll be making the trek to that one while he comes to Duluth. He didn't specifically say. But ambitious.
Super ambitious.
Very ambitious. A cool goal, too. And like, what a rare goal. I doubt anyone else has ever done such a thing.
Yeah, and he's also got the shirt and he's also got the hat. So the problem would be if I were visiting Pizza Ranch and he would just happen to be there, I would ask him like if the chicken strips are coming out because it might look like he works there.
Can I put in a buffalo chicken pizza, please?
The soda machine needs to get fixed.
Especially, I have a buddy who would travel around and try pizza ranches and write down if they served milk or not, because not every single pizza ranch serves milk. So that was something weird that he would always tell us, like, that one doesn't serve milk. And I'm like, okay, I don't like milk anyway, dude.
He's got the intel on every single one.
He does. It was very interesting. But
How did he come up with that?
Yeah, I don't understand if it was something online or something along those lines, but I think it was pre-internet that he was starting to do this sort of thing. So,
wow.
Kind of
the dinosaur ages.
It is. It was a long time ago.
Well, best of luck to Jason on that endeavor. And earlier this week, we got to visit the city of Virginia, Minnesota as a team. That's because we're going to be going live from there on June 14th as part of our Your Town Summer Series. We had a really lovely time getting to golf at the city's public golf course. So much fun. We met tons of viewers at the Village Inn. It's a popular spot to eat if you haven't been. And we also got to try out the ice bumper cars at the Iron Trail Motors Event Center. So we had a packed day. Some would say, is that really a work day?
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Some would
Sounds
say.
rough.
But yeah, we were on the clock, I guess, technically. But we had a ton of fun. So many fun people in Virginia, so many fun things to do. And we're going to get to showcase all of that during our Your Town show again on June 14th. We're going to be doing this show live from the park. And then we're also going to be doing our 4, 5, and 6 o'clock newscast entirely live, too. I'm so pumped. This is one of my favorite things we do here.
Yeah, kicking off the series, it's a lot of work that gets put into it, but it's always just a blast every time we do it.
This is also going to be my first live show, I believe, as a part of the station.
Cool.
You know?
Even before the old times of Ryan?
Even before the old times.
Ryan.
So
the days of old?
the younger me.
Weird.
But so we'll be live, or I'll be live for Northern Life, and then live at 4. And so it should be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're kicking it off real good. According to NBC News, everyone you know right now is apparently going on a cruise. They say newbies are clamoring aboard at record levels, with a surge in younger passengers deciding week-long trips at sea aren't just for the elderly out there. So after welcoming 31 million passengers last year, industry expects volumes to swell up to 34 million by the end of this year. And newcomers to cruises say once they get on one and realize it's not what they thought it would be, they are usually interested in future cruises in diverse destinations.
Have you guys been on a cruise?
I have not been on a cruise.
I have. I went on a Disney cruise when I was a junior.
You won it?
Oh, no, I went on a Disney
went
cruise.
on
No,
it.
no, no.
Okay, I was like, wow.
We did. It was like a 7-day Disney cruise. We went to Disney World as well. It was kind of a graduation present for graduating high school, and it was just an absolute blast. Seeing Mickey and Minnie Mouse and Goofy and all those people. I sent a shuffleboard piece accidentally off the side of the ship because
Did
I'm
you have to
always
pay for that?
No, I don't think
Into the
anybody saw. Into the ocean.
Oh
Into the
my
ocean.
God.
It was. I sometimes hunters a little too aggressive, so I was too aggressive with the shuffleboard, and it ended up flying over the
Coast
That's
Guard's
so
going to track you
cool.
down.
I
after
know,
you said
right?
that.
I mean, it makes sense though that more younger people are deciding to go on cruises because now with the ability to work remotely, you could work right from a cruise. I had a friend who did that. She went on like a month-long cruise.
Wow.
Yeah, worked right from the ship.
And
Yeah.
if you do the right one, you can get like free food and sometimes free alcohol if you're on that ship as well, and all sorts of stuff. There's like water slides on some ships. You got all sorts of games and stuff. So it can be a young person's game as well. I don't see why anybody wouldn't want to do that.
True. So many things to keep you busy on a cruise.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Karaoke?
I'd still be
Oh, there
scared
we
because
go.
the boat is too big for me.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
Get a little nervous. Get a
Still
little nervous.
scary.
Yeah. Well, a question for you guys. Do you think it's rude to snack while you're grocery shopping? I've done it before myself, I will admit. Supermarket employees apparently have some thoughts on that too. A store manager that spoke with HuffPost said it's acceptable to munch on non-weighted items, so maybe like, you know, I think grapes
Like-
are weighted, right?
Yeah. So
Okay.
like chips, opening a bag of chips probably.
Okay, yeah, so that should be fine. I used to eat a grape or two as I was munching through the store, and I was
sure.
like, this is bad, this is bad. However, from a legal standpoint, eating before you buy could be problematic as it could be deemed as theft. The best rule of thumb is to pay for your food or drink before you enjoy it.
That's the cool part about like someplace like Costco or something like that. You go and you get your food at the deli, and then you go and walk them.
Certainly do. We'll get your top 5 coming up next.
With the month of June almost here, we're certainly looking forward to warmer weather and time spent by the lake outdoors, and we'll have also tons of other exciting things happening on the horizon for all three of us here. So for today's Top 5 Friday, we're sharing our biggest events that we can't wait to experience. So Ryan, hey, let's kick it off with you.
Yeah, I should probably make sure I have the right sheet out first. So coming up on Monday, you guys, going to be starting rehearsals for the 9 to 5 musical.
Let's go!
Over at the North Shore
925.
Theater, so it should be a lot of fun. Yeah,
When does
big
that
shout out to
debut
Dolly
again?
Parton. It debuts in July.
In
So
July.
I believe 3 weekends in July. So
Super
yeah,
excited.
rehearsals are back. My first show in 2 years.
So cool.
Yeah,
What's your part again?
I play Joe. He's an accountant. He has a relationship with a much older woman.
Oh yes!
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
yeah, I gotta
Saucy.
Be, kind of scandalous. In a way.
How long are your rehearsals, do you know?
They're usually about 6 weeks long.
Oh,
yeah,
wow,
yeah.
okay,
So should be a lot of fun. I'm excited. It sounds like a really awesome group. My friend Allison's in it.
Cool.
Should be a really great experience. Number 2, we got our live show in Virginia, Minnesota that we were talking about. I mean, also a beautiful Main Street too in Virginia, Minnesota. Was a really big fan of that. My dad's a huge fan of the bridge in Virginia, Minnesota.
Sure.
Yeah, he always talks about it whenever
The
we go
Rickenina
to
Bridge?
Yep.
Oh,
Whenever we go to
cool.
Virginia, he's like, you got to check out the bridge.
I think it's the most beautiful bridge in Minnesota. I would say the
it's
view anyway.
Really
It is
nice.
really
Really
nice.
nice. And then how about this one, guys? My older sister Kelly celebrating 30 years in June here.
Yay.
Instead of having a 13 going on 30 party like the movie, she's having a 30 going on 13.
Oh.
So you're invited, but you have to dress how you dressed when you were 13 years old.
I love that.
So I have a lot of
Yeah.
embarrassing pictures, I believe, that I don't have to dig through to see exactly how I dressed when I was 13 years old.
Sure.
But it should be a lot of fun, and it should be a big kind of throwback, especially for my
Cute.
parents to see how they dressed when they were 13 years old.
Yeah.
True. That's a
Yeah.
good point. Everyone's 13 might be a little different depending on how
Yeah.
old you were.
Age gaps.
Some
That'll be a blast.
maybe more fashionable than others. My number 4, future awesome stories to share. We just recorded a blindfold the other day where we got to fill in potholes in the city of Superior. So a big thanks to the city's public works team for letting us do that. And then also yesterday, we just hopped on the Vista Fleet and took a boat ride around town. So a lot of fun, exciting stories to share in the month of June. And then number 5, quickly, just calm weekends outdoors. I feel like in the month of May, there was always something going on every single week, whether it was a trip to the Twin Cities, you know, just something on the calendar where it's still an awesome, fun thing. But at the same time, you go, okay, I got to charge my social battery to get ready for that type of thing.
Sure.
Seriously,
Yeah.
you really need some weekends to reset, so that sounds like
Yeah.
it'll be.
Let's get to Briggs' top
that.
5.
Okay, yeah. My first one, I did mine in chronological order for
Nice.
the month of June.
Ooh.
But one thing I'm probably honestly mostly excited for is heading down to the Twin Cities this weekend. I have a bunch of friends from the gym who are competing in a CrossFit competition down there this weekend. So it's just going to be a blast. It's always fun to watch people who have put in so much time and energy into working towards something and see that, pay off. So that's just going to be a ton of fun. And I know they're going to do just fantastic. My dad's birthday comes up. I know, yeah. So it's like my dad's birthday one weekend, and I think the very next weekend is Father's Day. So it's all about celebrating my dad, Graf.
Does he do a 2-for-1, or does he draws it out the whole 2 weeks? Is that what happens?
No, he's not much of a celebrate me kind of guy.
Sure.
But we try to maybe at least go out for dinner or something for one of those things. And he just likes a card. And we in my family we make these cards out of his dog a day calendar. So we cut up the pictures of dogs and make a little funny message with them. So he'll get one of those, as he usually does. Cute. I know. Let's see, number 3, our Your Town show, as Ryan mentioned. That's just been a blast already of the stories we've already gotten to gather. Number 4 is the anniversary of my husband's gym, Zenith Athletics. I know.
Nice
a whole year ago. He was just getting ready to open that. I believe it was on June 19th. So he has a week full of celebrations planned for members and fun things to do for the community. So that'll be awesome. And it's been a year of hard work for him. So a huge congrats. And then I love Grandma's Marathon. It's my favorite event in Duluth every year. I'm not running this year, unfortunately, but I'm so excited because my sister's running. I've got some other friends running, so to cheer them on too will be a blast.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah. What do you got, Hunter?
I have number 1 is going to be my first week-long vacation in a really long time.
Nice.
So it's going to be in a couple weeks here. I'll be gone from the station. I'm going to be heading up to, it's actually a staycation. We have a couple annual cabin trips every single year. So a bunch of my buddies coming up. We're going to do some fishing, some hanging out on the water, a lot of water stuff, and just being outdoors. I mean, that's going to be a really fun time. So just relaxing, no agenda really, just chilling and having a blast, Chilling, having a lot of fun up there. It's good times, right? Anybody?
Chilling, yeah. Have you gone fishing yet this year? You did over Mother's Day weekend.
I did for actual fishing opener, which was an absolute blast. And that's actually my number 2 here, is improving my fishing skills. Ooh. My goal every single year is always to get a bass, a walleye, and a northern at some point. Cool. So I've gotten a northern, I have not gotten a bass or a walleye. So I have to work on those skills.
A lot of months left.
A lot of months left. We've got plenty of time here as we go into the rest of the summer. Number 3, plenty of exciting band gigs going on. It's the outdoor season, so we love outdoor band gigs going on here. We got a few up in Babbitt. We're going up to Eveleth and into the Iron Range as well. Tower tomorrow up there. Yeah, it's going to be up at Fortune Bay. That's going to be a ton of fun. Number 4, being outdoors more, which is just going to be a blast with the warm weather and the sunshine, and of course days on the water. I love the water. Love going swimming. I already went swimming and jumped off the dock. It was a little bit cold last weekend, but we made it in and it was beautiful outside.
Yeah, brave guy.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
June also one of the best months of the year, in my opinion.
Oh,
not too hot. Past the cold.
Yes.
Amen. First month of nice-ish weather. Yep. Well, hey, still ahead, our favorite words with our Midwest accent are changing in Michigan.
Hey, everybody. People in Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan may be quick to say, I don't have an accent. We may be quick to say that, but odds are you certainly do.
Yes.
Probably do, yeah. Out-of-towners love to point out our nasally vowels, but now experts say our regional accent is actually changing.
Interesting. Rachel Graham with our affiliate in Detroit tells us how.
Our accent isn't going away, it's just changing.
The things that mark you as being from Michigan are a little bit different than they were 30 years ago.
In Michigan, for a very long time, there was only one way to pronounce the sound.
So you would say can, and you would say dad. So for both of them. That's changing so that now, for younger speakers, anything that is like a word like can, where it's an A followed by an N or an M, that stays. But all of the other words like dad are shifting to be farther down in the vowel space, like dad.
Stop for a moment and say the word spelled M-O-M out loud.
Michiganders would say things like mom, and now that's moving farther back. So they say things like mom.
And a divisive subject here. What's this?
So we had a big poster and we said, take a sticker, take a green one if you call it pop, take a yellow one if you call it soda, and put your sticker by your birth year. Most of our older visitors call it pop. And then as we get into the younger visitors, more folks are calling it soda.
I don't know why somebody was walking by her.
I was waving at my buddy Keith out there. It was Keith.
Keith Groen?
Keith Groen, our very own director. So sorry about that. I was not.
And I was just shutting her down by saying, no, I don't call it soda. I call Pop. I was like, no.
I feel like, I don't know what it is. Is it maybe like our allergies where we're, even I just noticing right now, I'm very up here.
Nasally.
Yeah, it's kind of nasally.
It could be. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not very nasally, I don't think. I don't say like can and things like that. Mom, I always say mom, but not ma'am. Was it ma'am? Is that what she said?
Mom.
I don't say ma'am.
Yeah.
That's weird. That's a weird way to say that, but maybe that's how we say it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I say the word bag.
Bag.
I think I'm
Bag.
saying it kind of normal now. I don't know for
can.
sure. Or like roof is another one, or like roof,
Yeah.
roof, or like some people say roof and other people say roof. And I don't know which one I say now. Or bagel. Bagel. Is
Bagel.
like-
I feel like it's so hard to
Telltale word.
say it the other way. It's just like mom and
Mom.
bag.
It's very proper.
Right.
We're not proper people.
We're not proper.
We like to get a little
Yeah.
wild every
Oh.
once in a while, you know?
I just want to say, or we want to be smiley too, and say, hey, how are you there? Yeah.
We're very happy
Yeah.
people. That's true.
Yeah, better happy than hi. how
Yeah.
are you?
I was watching a Netflix show the other day, and I was like, where is this show set? Like, I'm kind of confused. And then the girl they were interviewing said, about.
Oh!
Okay, it's in Canada. It's in
Near-
Canada.
near
got it.
my neck of the
Yeah.
woods.
Yes. Yep.
Well, we all know what time it is right here on Earth or in the upper Midwest, but what time is it on the moon? On the lunar surface, a single Earth day is roughly 56 microseconds shorter than on our home planet. And even though that's a tiny number, and you think it wouldn't make a difference, it can lead to significant inconsistencies over time. And so since the U.S. is looking to create permanent settlements there, scientists aren't just looking to create they are looking to create a new time zone for the moon. So the White House has asked NASA to come up with a plan before the end of this year.
Wow. We're actually going to settle on the moon, like build houses
We're going
and
to try
hotels?
to make settlements on the moon, and so now they're trying to decide too where they would put clocks on the moon.
Yeah, that's
Well,
interesting.
yeah, and MT, moon time, they can't do that
MT.
because we already have mountain time.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
So,
Have to change it up.
ST, space time.
There we go.
When we come back, we'll talk about the super fun stories in store for next week's show.
Coming up after the weekend here on Monday on Northern Life, we're working on team building as a group in downtown Duluth here. We're hanging with Stacy Crawford with Clearwater Coaching and Wellness, going through a few activities and exercises. We got to wear some fun costumes, as you see there, and it was an absolute blast. And actually, I think it helped us out a little bit too. It was kind of cool.
I think we learned a lot about each other and about ourselves.
Yes.
Because she really, her questioning of us went deep.
It did.
We learned about how our thought processes go and how, not only that, but how we fit together in our thoughts and how that works as a team.
Kind of what we need from each other as well as our strengths, so always
Yeah.
good to hear.
Yeah. Then coming up on Tuesday, Ryan and Hunter here travel up to Minnehaha Elementary for a blindfold. This was a fun one. They get to take part in a few classic gym class games with second graders in Dew Harbors. And as you can see, it looks like it got a little rowdy in the gym class.
As I was watching that video there, I saw myself wind up as powerfully as I did for that throw, and I wanted to make sure too it wasn't going to be at a child.
It was at me, which is
It
kind
was
of the
at
same
Hunter,
thing.
so,
Yeah.
so I was like, okay, it wasn't at a child, it was at Hunter.
I think I'm still sore too. That
I
was
bet.
intense for a little bit.
It was a lot
Gym
of fun.
class games could get tough.
Oh, yes, they can.
Get out of hand sometimes.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much for joining us this week. We'll see you back here on Monday. Have a great and relaxing weekend.
Find some time to throw a line or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.